What's up, everyone? Well, another beautiful day outside. Probably should wrench on the car. Pretty close. Last time you seen it. Got a lot done. So, gotta see if we can't finish some stuff. Also, got some cool stuff coming in the mail. Make the car look a little better. Maybe make it a little lighter. Maybe get rid of some of these holes. I guess we'll see. So, got to do a few things: injectors, fluids. Really just need to make a list so that way I can stick to the list instead of having to rack my brain each time. But we're gonna get some stuff today. Might even start the car today. Fingers crossed. So let's get started. All right, so first order of business today is gonna be installing injectors. So these are ID 1700s that I pulled out of another one of my cars that was supposed to end up being turboed, but now it's not. Probably gonna end up being a nitrous car, just a fun little street car. But doesn't need these 1700s anymore. So I'm gonna be putting these in the Del Sol, and then I'll get a smaller set of injectors later on for the nitrous car. So what we're going to be doing today is putting the top hats on, then installing the fuel rail and injectors. So when you're putting top hats on or injectors in fuel rail or whatever, you don't want them to go in dry. I mean, we all know what it's like to go in dry and things tear. I mean, you know, like O-rings tear and stuff. So you want to give them just a little bit of lube. So that way no problems putting them in. You don't want to go overboard and end up clogging anything. Kind of put a little bit of lube on these, just enough to get the top hats on. Slide these top hats on, should go in like butter, just like that, right like that. And then yeah, these retainer clips, they go on here. They slide on from the back. They have little grooves right here that they slide into. Kind of just get one started, work your way around, and they are a little tough. Like that. And I'll be the first to say, I used to be a non-luber, but ever since I started using lube, it's changed my life. That one's not one to click in there. There we go. Not much of a left-hander. And again, no one should be. Left-handed people are weird. My sister's left-handed. She's weird. So we're gonna do the same thing to the top and bottom seals. Just a little bit. Dollop is a lot. Wait. Is that a saying? That's not a saying. I think I just confused two different sayings and kind of mashed them together there for a second. Alright, throw grease up. Always good to put stuff up when you're done using it, or else you might not put it up later. And that's how you end up with a huge mess of parts and tools laying around. I still do that, but I'm learning. Alright, so suppose we can go ahead and put the injectors in. You know, one thing I like about this K-tune rail is this gauge right here. I saw it on another YouTube channel. I think it was maybe Motion Auto. He had it on his K-Series all-wheel drive car. And it's just super nifty. Makes for that clean install. Like maybe a local shop does around here. They do clean installs. Some of you, actually maybe 3 of you, will get that reference. The rest of you, just think I'm out of my fucking mind. Which, you know, It's whatever. It's not accurate. Looks like we're in. Probably turn these injectors a little to the side. I need to pull this harness up from the bottom more because the injectors don't have a whole lot of slack. Just ran into an interesting thing. Well, that sucks. One thing I didn't take into account is that the ID 1700s and ID 2000 injector connectors are different. Cool. Well, I'm gonna look in, see what I'm gonna do about that situation, but maybe we'll move on and I'll have to figure that one out another day. That sucks. All right, so I went ahead and moved the car back a little bit so I had a little more room to work. Oh, the part that I'm about to do is what I've been dreading, and it's probably not even that bad. I just, you know, you gotta fix your mistakes, and what I'm about to fix is pulling this balancer off so that way I can get the front main seal in there. It's my own fault. So I'm about to jack this thing up and get the balancer pulled off, and then we'll put in the new front main seal and put the balancer back on. All right, well, I'm gonna do a time lapse for pulling the damper off at least, because honestly it's gonna be boring, and also honestly I kind of want to listen to music. Kind of keeps me motivated, wanting to work, and I don't think music is, well, copyrighted music isn't allowed on YouTube or whatever, so I'm just not gonna mess with it. So cue the time lapse. All right, got the damper off. Kind of a pain, just mixing and matching some stuff to make this work. Had to find some bolts. Luckily I didn't have to go buy any. Had to modify a washer so that way when I put it up there it didn't hit that when I put this up against it. Anyways, long story short, that's off. I'm an idiot, but at least I caught it. But I actually caught it while editing a video and noticed it, but I'm glad I noticed it instead of starting up the car, because that would have been a mess. I would have been pissed. Like my pink splatter? Shit's dope. All right, damper's back on. Ugga down. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put the belt on and get the tensioner going, and one thing checked off the list. All right, so what I already did was went ahead and put the belt on, went ahead and put the lines on for the catch can and stuff. I think I can still reach the injector clips whenever that time comes, but I'm gonna put the spark plugs in. I'm gonna go ahead and gap them. This nifty little gap tool. So I'm gonna gap mine down to probably about 20 thousandths. All right, so this nifty little thing, back this off some, screw the spark plug into the bottom here. Get it to where you can get to it, and then this is what pushes the strap down. So at this point, I'm just gonna squish it down and keep checking it. I guess that maybe that is the purpose of it. Okay, I think I finally got it. Here we go. One down. Ready to go. Yeah, the sound you heard was a spark plug. Cool! Might have got lucky, actually. Double check the gap on that one. Don't see any cracks in the porcelain. Still good. Jesus. Fucking birds. Okay. In a future video, I'm gonna be trying to diagnose a fucking misfire. And I'm gonna, when I remember.
Ugh, idiot.
When I remember, I'm gonna cut back to this and me dropping that spark plug. Fucking shoot some of these birds. Go get your 22.
You mean squirrel only business?
Yeah, the squirrel gun. Squirrel Paralyzer 3000. Or I guess it would be the Squirrel Paralyzer 2200. Alright, we got the coils. Snap those in. Jesus, all kinds of noises happening today. You would think we live in a city jungle. Got these connectors on. Right like that. Get all that stuff on. You get a coil cover there. Holla at me, K-Tune. Assess what needs to happen next, and we'll see. All right, so I've already put engine oil in it, changed the oil filter, put trans fluid in it. See, we did spark plugs and everything. The only thing I have left is to do the rear diff fluid. So I think I'm gonna jack the car up and start doing that. All right, just to give you a little closer look at what's going on. So these are set up for ID 2000s. Obviously, you can see it's like the EV6 style plug or whatever. And no work. See? And no work. But, don't worry about that. Well, don't worry about that. I thought I was in the clear because I have these adapters. So they're for the EV6 to the style I need. I already fitted them for whatever reason, and I don't know where half of this came from. I used to use these, but there's only 3 now for some reason. I don't know where the 4th is unless they're in another box that's with my 2000s. But one of these is broken, as you can see. The little tabs are gone. Not super focused, but I don't know. Either I'm gonna order another set of these and run those, or the logical thing would be I have these connectors with pins and everything. I don't know if they're the same pins as the ID 2000s. If they are, maybe I can just depin the ID 2000 connector and plug and play into these. So if that's the case, then I might just do that. That way I don't have to run a stupid adapter and have to worry about connection issues or anything. So we'll see. I'll address that later on. All right, so we've been working on this thing. Did a valve adjustment. As you just saw, I repinned the injectors. I gave in to doing that. We went through everything. Pretty sure this thing is ready to fire up. We unplugged the injectors. We're gonna spin it over, get some oil pressure in it. And I don't know. I'm nervous. I don't know why. We can spin it over, get some oil pressure in it. Is it on?
Mm-hmm. Try it again.
Again. That battery was pretty dead.
Yeah.
We might have to put it on jumper cables.
Yes.
Be right back. All right, so jump box is kind of dead. So I'm gonna do this old school way. I'm gonna jump this thing off. Yeah, it picked up off the bottom. What are you doing over there? Ready? This thing purrs like a fucking kitten, and it's on some base map that I tried to troubleshoot with on the last setup. That's so awesome.
He was over there cussing.
So it runs. I don't know what to say.
Surprisingly well.
Yeah, like that's on a base map from how long ago? How long's it been? Almost a year.
Year and a half.
Well, I mean, since it ran. Had a problem with the head, and then the base map. I've been throwing fuel, taking out fuel, like trying to figure out what was wrong with it. Went through 2 sets of injectors that I had. I don't know, but ended up dying. Basically started going lean. I don't know if it's because operating temp now and whatever, but I don't care. It runs. So I guess that's gonna be it for this video. This would be part 4. Excited, confused, and nervous all at the same time, but hopefully you'll be driving it next time.